Why, hello. So today we're going to be talking about angles. So, in regards to angles, an angle is formed by the collection of points, sometimes a line if it's going on forever in one direction, a line segment if it has a start and a finish, or a ray if it has a start and it just goes on forever in one direction. So, anyway, you have a collection of points and they intersect each other. And so, the point in which they intersect, an angle is formed. So I have you a couple of different ones I've drawn here. So we have these two rays and a point intersecting them. And if you don't know what a ray is, or you don't know what a line is, or a line segment, that's okay. We will talk about those from this week and further weeks as well. But essentially, just for the point of knowing what an angle is, look where these two line-like features intersect, and the point in which they intersect, an angle will be formed. So this one, there's lots of angles that are formed. Okay. So in regards to angles, we're going to be looking at different types of angles. And some of you may be thinking, oh, I already know all three of them. Well, there's more than three. So keep that in mind while we're going through this. So we're going to talk about our different types of angles. We're going to talk about measurements of angles. So how do we measure angles? We had lots of different measurements for length, for area, for volume, for capacity, for all kinds of things. But how do we measure angles? And there are three ways that generally people in the world measure angles. There are more ways than that can be done. But we're going to look at three major ways that we measure angles. And then we'll look at how do you convert between these different measurements, because that's important depending on what you're doing in one field or to another, or if someone converts things one way and it goes to another company and you have to do it another way, or a different software or program you're using to create an imaging of whatever it is you're creating. You have different ways that that's translated. You need to know how to convert that so you can give it the proper information. And then we'll also look at within figures being closed figures, such as triangles, quadrilaterals, and other polygons, and even within a circle, what are the measure of the angles there and how is that found? What about the measures outside of those objects, outside of those figures? How is that found? And then also just calculations with those angles. How do we add and subtract angles? How do we multiply angles if we need to increase it by a factor? How do we divide an angle? And how do we calculate those? So yeah, so that will be angles. Yeah, it's just a general overview of what we're going to be looking at this week. So have fun and don't get too bent out of shape because it's an angle. It's going to be bent enough. Okay.